know that even though they call it the season of love, it's also a season of heartbreak. Because a lot of people are going to find out that they are not the main chick. A lot of people are going to find out. A lot of people are going to, find out all kinds of things. So it's usually a very high tension period, and there will be a lot of breakups.
Every relationship or marriage have problems, whether being big or small. Although the human mind tends to think that sometimes it is wrong faced with problems. Having problems in our relationship and marriages doesn't mean that we can never have a healthy marriage or relationship. It depends on the approach in which you are ready together to solve it with your partner. Join the man of God, Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo, as he dives deep into matters which is approaching things that will help you in order to have a healthy relationship or marriage.
Hey, hi there, welcome to my page. My name is Dr. Kingsley Okonkwo, and this is just Valentine season just ended. And if you know anything about Valentine season, you know that even though they call it the season of love, it's also a season of heartbreak. Because a lot of people are going to find out that they are not the main chick. A lot of people are going to find out. A lot of people are going to find out all kinds of things. So it's usually a very high tension period, and there will be a lot of breakups. And we brought you a gift today. If you are if you are dealing with a breakup, we brought you a gift today. I have with me in the house today the one and only breakup expert I have met, and he's world renowned, world class, the one and only, all the way from the United States, the one and only Keyshawn Scott.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
World renowned.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm happy I'm here.
Thank you for being here. Like I said in the last video, you're the first and only breakup expert I have met. I didn't even know it was a thing until I met you. But you see, as a counselor and a therapist, I realized that it's actually a need. Yeah. Because people are always going through heartbreak. And even the event you came to speak for, Heal Before You Deal, found out that everybody's facing some kind of trauma. Yeah. Everybody, as long as you live on this earth, someone has hurt you, you've been through something. Yeah. And, and there's a need for healing. So after I met you, it just dawned on me how this is a thing. And with some of the things I've learned from you, we've been able to help a few people. We have some good testimonials of people that those processes have helped. And we even have our book out titled Heal Before You Deal. If you don't have that book, you need to get that book. All right, Heal Before You Deal. We'll have that out. And we've seen amazing changes. And, I learned from you how important it is to process healing. Now, everybody goes through heartbreak. Or not everybody, but a lot of people go through heartbreak. But there was no defined way to deal with it, until I met you, so tell us a bit about heartbreak. Is it a thing? Yeah. And is it avoidable? Yeah. Is it avoidable? Because my first experience with heartbreak was when I was very young. It's all this elementary school, high school, middle school kind of thing. There's this girl that's in your class, and you guys talk a lot, and everybody just assumes that you're in a relationship. Childish stuff. But then, everybody thought we're in a relationship. And those days in my school, they'll use your names. They'll use your first name. So like you, Keyshawn Scott, so that would be KS. And if the person's name is B or OD, so they will call you guys Scott. Oh. So everybody know you guys are in a relationship and stuff like that. So we had all that going, and one day out of the blues, she was now in an official relationship with somebody else. So I was heartbroken, and I met her many years after, and I was like, we had a heartbreak in school, and she was like, she wasn't even aware we're in a relationship. So I had 2 heartbreaks.
So you was in a relationship, but she wasn't in a relationship.
I was in a relationship myself, basically.
Yeah, that's
but it was childish stuff, But the point is that, can heartbreak be avoided? And, and for those that are watching, what I'm talking about. At those times, every love song that's playing They look like they're singing up to you.
Yeah.
You know, it could have been love.
Yeah, and then you're crying. Yeah. You start crying.
You know? So tell us about heartbreak. How painful is heartbreak?
Heartbreak is painful. It changes you. You know, and I always tell people, like, you know the string headphones? Like the headphones with the string, right? You know, every time you put those headphones in your pocket, it comes out and it's all knotted.
Yes.
Right? Imagine taking 2 of those headphones and you put it in your pocket and you pulling it out. Right? Now you have 2 of these headphones who were individual headphones, and you put them both on, and now it's tangled. You put them in your pocket, you take them out, and that's 2 people. Right? So now let's say those 2 people jumbled up, like the headphones, are now broken up. What do you do now? Now this person, now you have to find yourself, right, to become your whole individual self again. And it's hard, right? Because your personality, your partner's personality, your likes, your dislikes, the secrets, the memories, everything is entangled now. So now you're there trying to see how you're gonna pick anybody on here, whoever had a pair of the string headphones and you put it in your pocket and you take it out and you spend like about a couple of minutes trying to take it out. That's how it is, trying to identify or find who you are again. And it's hard. Because like your personality, your partner's personality, like I said, the memories, everything is intertwined and you don't know who you are. So now you have to find yourself again. That's why a really good way to avoid that is to always always know your identity. Don't go into a relationship, right, and accept your partner's identity, accept everything from them, you know, lean on them for everything, depend on them for everything. You have to understand that you are your own individual. Right? And a beautiful thing is understanding that a relationship is to complement your already beautiful life.
Exactly.
It's to complement.
I want to chip in here because I think this is important. This is why heartbreak is very difficult for some people, because they literally, you know, lose themselves in that relationship. You know, and even though I think it's about timing. Yeah. I think in a marriage, at some point, you really need to do that, because the Bible said the 2 shall become one. Yeah. But I feel at the relationship stage, you must always have that freedom. One of the things I and my wife agree, we have a book titled the 10 Things We Agreed About Before We Got Married. You know, one of the things we agreed about when we're still in dating and all that, we said, look, at any point in time, if you feel this is not where you should be or what you should be doing, feel free to tell me and we'll end the relationship. And we said, even if it is the day of the wedding, if you feel this is not it or you are not sure, feel free to tell me and we'll both part ways without any stress. We gave each other that level of freedom because we still worked on, you know, knowing who we were as individuals. And that gave us a lot of liberty. Even though we loved ourselves dearly, but you see, we were not at the point of, oh, I'll die without you. Yeah. You know, most times when people say things like, I'll die without you, it sounds romantic, but it's a red flag. Huge. It's a red flag, you know. You should be so alive in God, alive in your purpose. You know, you should know yourself so much that yes, you'll miss this person, but you will not totally lose yourself. So I just want to.
No, that's beautiful. I love the freedom part because a lot of people they give the freedom away. Yes. They give the freedom away to the other person because they fear of losing that person. And people are afraid to start over. Yes. So they said, well, you know what, this is the best that I can do. Yes. XYZ has a man, this person has a man, this person has a man, and if I let go of this one, then I'm gonna be single again. Yes. And I don't want to go back to that single. Even if I was happy single, even if my life was good single, I will endure a little bit of abuse. And they said, here's where the hard part comes in. That's the truth. I'll endure a little bit of abuse. Yes. A little bit of verbal abuse. A
little bit of cheating.
A little bit of cheating. He don't do it all the time. He do it sometimes. Only on Tuesdays. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, he faithful. Right? But you endure all of these things just to be loved a little bit, just to say that you have someone, just to say that I matter, just to say that someone cares about me. That's detrimental, and that's trauma, because it can trickle back into maybe you weren't loved as a child. Yes. Maybe your daddy left your mom, and then you don't want to be like your abandonment issues. You don't want to be like your mom, right? Or maybe you want to be better than your mom, and you want to fight for this, because if you lose this, then it'll kind of remind you that your mom failed, and now I failed, so it must be hereditary. It might be something, you know, like that. But what we have to understand too, and I was actually while I was coming here in the car. Like my mind is like my mind. I see signs for some reason, and I will completely apply it to what I do. So we're driving down. I don't know if you see, it's a sign when we're coming, you know, to your house, and it says Jesus, and then it says born again. You have to be born again. You seen that sign up there? It's a sign right before. Yeah. And then I looked at it and I said, maybe our hearts need to be born again, right? And I realized that is a process to getting over. Your heart has to be reborn. Okay. Mm-hmm. You have to reborn it again because you've been through so much pain. You've been through so much hurt. It's not the same heart you had before.
Yes.
Right? And if we have to bury our flesh, right, to be born again, to be renewed and have a new spirit, a new mind, right, then you can do that same process for the heart as well, right? And in turn, you can become a better person. You can become renewed. You can become restored. But a lot of people hate the process. Right, but like we said, it could be avoided when you stop giving so much of yourself to people.
Yeah, because you know, when people say things like, "Oh, I can't live without you. Don't ever leave me," and all that, what you find out that it's not even about their partner anymore, because people try to portray that, oh, this person loves you so much. No, they don't love that person. They are actually being selfish. They're trying to say, if you don't love me, I'm going to die. No.
Yeah.
Then it's back. That means it's about you.
Yeah.
If you really love someone, you are going to give them the freedom to also choose you.
Yeah.
All right. It can't be about just me. You're going to give them the freedom that, because if the same way you have a right to choose who you love, that person has a right to also choose you.
Yeah.
And it would not be real love if the person doesn't, choose you. If the person doesn't, amongst all the other options.
Yeah.
And the person decides to love you.
Yeah.
So people need to understand that. So I think most times you can even spot some signs that a breakup is ahead by some of those kind of things.
Yeah.
By those kind of statements. Yeah.
And a lot of people, they cause breakups before the relationship even happens.
Yes.
You know why? Because in the dating stage, the courting stage, right, I always tell people, like, dating is gathering information. It's not falling in love, right? You don't gather enough information. And you talk too much, or you accept too little.
Yes.
Right, because when you're in a relationship with someone, or when they're talking to someone, right, they're talking. I have a video that says is talking, dating, and courting, right? A lot of people think talking is just like, what is talking? I don't know what talking is, right? But when you're dating, is I want to find out if you're right for me and if I'm right for you, and it's beautiful because what you just said kind of validates what I was speaking about, in that video, right? It talks about, am I right for you? Because it's like a resume. Here's my resume.
Yes.
Let's see if this can work.
Yes.
If it can't. It's like a job. If we're not compatible, then we'll have to let you go to find a job or the person that's best suited for you.
Exactly.
And you try to force your resume onto people. You try to force yourself on, like, hire me, I'm the best. But the person know that you're not qualified.
Right, yes.
And then you're like, please, I can mop, I can sweep, I'll do I'll lick the toilets, I'll do whatever you want me to do. But the person's like, I can't, and they feel pressured, and they say, all right, give me the application. I'll give you a try. And when you hire that person, when you accept that person into your heart, what happens? They don't do a good job.
Yeah.
And now you feel as if I can let this person go. But then you feel like, man, I can't let this person go because they were such, they wanted me so bad. I'm going to feel bad for letting this person go.
Yeah.
So now what happens? You're stuck in a 5-10 year relationship with this person, maybe even swindle into marriage, children now, for something you could have avoided on day one by just saying, we're not right for each other.
Yes.
I'm going to walk away.
Yes.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You could avoid it, and how you heal, we could get into that too.
Yeah. Because like you mentioned, but when the person was saying, oh, I can sweep, I can mop, I can do that, you find out they're not saying that because they want to sweep for you. They're not saying that because they want to mop for you. They're saying that because they are desperate.
Yeah.
So it's not really love.
Desperation.
It's desperation. Yeah. That's what people don't realize. And once that need is met, you find out, like you were saying, you guys are not.
Yeah.
Are not working. So before we move to the next thing, so can breakups be avoided?
Yeah.
How can it be avoided?
Yeah. Loving yourself, understanding what you want and what you don't want. Taking self-inventory on your past relationships, on your past exes, what happened, what went wrong, what didn't happen, what you could have done better, what you want to work on. And a lot of people, they don't do that. They say, I want a relationship, I want to get into a relationship, but you never say what type of person I want to be going into this relationship. I always tell people, to avoid breakups, you have to meet the requirements of your requirements, which means you can't expect someone who's honest and trustworthy and you're not, you're a dishonest person.
Yes.
I want somebody to communicate. He has to come home early. He has to know. He got to be a certain height. He got to be this. Girl, you're not the same way either. I'm not going to talk about that on the YouTube channel, but but the thing about it is that you have to meet the requirements of your requirements. You cannot ask for something you're not willing to give. And that's what people do. To avoid breakups, when you get out of a breakup, don't ask what your ex didn't do, because that's what people do. They go in, we break up, they went, oh, I'm going to get to a relationship. But you're not even thinking about what you did. Yeah. The next person, you better not be a cheater. You better not be a liar. You better not be this. You better not be, don't have no job. I have to support you. Yeah. But what about you? Right? So you have to meet the requirements of your requirements, and you got to take it slow. Don't rush into a relationship just because everybody around you is falling in love. Yeah. Right? You have to say, you know what? Am I even prepared? Yes. Am I ready to this is the thing that I always tell people. Are you willing to be responsible? I'll be responsible to take care of someone's heart. Right? Are you ready to apologize? Are you ready to forgive someone? Are you ready to love this person so much that you're willing to offer them grace? Right? Or do you always want to be right in that relationship? Right? Do you want to be the leader in this relationship, or do you want to lead together and work towards this and build a foundation where it's equally yoked and not just one-sided or lukewarm and and all these things? So it could definitely be avoided. Definitely.
Okay. So what will you tell someone? Because I'm sure there's someone watching here right now that is saying a person has had serial heartbreaks. They've gone from breakup to breakup after breakup after breakup. So if someone comes to you like that and say, hey, I've had 5 breakups, or all my life I've had someone break my heart, what will you tell that person? My
message to them will be to pull over. A lot of us, we like to drive, pull over. Because when you're driving, right, and the rain is hitting you, and it consistently goes, and the weather is bad, and the weather is bad in your life, there's something wrong, and you just keep driving, you're going to get into an accident, and then you're going to keep getting into accidents. What you need to do, sometimes we just need to pull over and just relax. Wipe the windshield so you can see clearly. We don't like to wipe the windshield to see clearly. We just want to keep driving and keep riding. So if you're going through a breakup and you're going through a heartbreak and it keeps happening, right, you have to understand, you have to take responsibility. It's no longer the other person's fault. You have to understand that it's your fault now. And you have to take responsibilities for your actions. So you have to pull over and say to yourself, okay, take a deep breath. What is my next step? How do I move on from here? What can I learn from this? How can I become a better person? What am I doing wrong in this? And how can I change? And if I can't do it, what are the resources that I have in my life that can help me change who I am today? But you have to pull over, because you cannot get where you need to be just by driving in this weather and driving and getting nowhere. Pull over, relax, and then signal and get back in the lane.
Yeah, and there are people that are very slow to talk to counselors or therapists, and I think if you're having serial breakups back to back, you definitely need to talk to someone. Yeah, someone needs to give you an overview. Someone needs to give you a view from outside of you. Yeah, and help you pinpoint certain things. You're definitely doing some things wrong consistently. So they have to help you look at them like why do you even want to be in a relationship? Yeah. One of my first books is titled 25 Wrong Reasons People Enter Relationships. And one of the things I said in that book is that if you enter a relationship for the wrong reason, then you have most likely entered with the wrong person. All right. If you want to marry for the wrong reason, you most likely marry the wrong person. Yeah. So some people are in the first place are trying to get into a relationship for the wrong reason. Yeah. And once the reason is wrong, most likely the person you will pick will be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could agree, Greg, we could go back and forth. Because people get into these relationships because they just want to say they have somebody because of, do you think it's because of life? Like everybody sees relationship here, you see happy couples, they promote it on TV, they have these reality shows, how people love at first sight, the love, they're behind a wall and, you're talking and they fall in love, and then, it works for some people. But then people think that they can go out there and just look at somebody and lock eyes and go, you're the one. Yeah. I love you. I'm going to marry. And then, they'll call, girl, I was in Target and the cashier, his name was Raymond. I read his name tag. He looked at me and I knew he was the one. Raymond married before kids. He's not going to date her. So it's like you force yourself onto people with this idea that love, is going to happen in some miraculous way when, I love that question. Like, why do you feel as if you need to be in a relationship?
And people confuse attraction with love. Yeah. You definitely can be attracted to someone at first sight. Yes. But you cannot love someone at first sight. Yes. But you don't even know them.
You don't even know them.
You don't even know them. And I tell people all the time, it takes a lifetime to actually know a marriage or a relationship that is working. Yeah. So the challenge with our generation is that somebody said, like the example you gave, you met someone at Target and we're in love first sight, and everybody, people just say, everybody's happy for them. Yeah. But you need to come back in 5 years. Yeah. we're going to come back in 10 years.
Yeah.
It takes a lifetime.
Yeah.
I've seen people have divorced after 27 years.
Yeah.
And for us as professionals in this field, we usually know that what broke that marriage did not occur in 27 years. Or that 27th year.
No. Yeah.
It's something that has been there,
yeah,
you know, from the beginning or somewhere.
I started asking questions. Why do you want to know from when we first started dating or how long?
Because most time the clue is there.
Yeah, that's the clue is right there.
The clue is there.
And on it too is the fact that I blame friends too. Friends, a lot of your friends have to be like you have to be cautious with relationships, because a good friend is not going to say, what? Oh, he fine. Oh, because you better go and get yours. He's going to kidnap you. He's going to ask you
important questions.
You don't know this guy. Why do you feel as if you want to build a relationship with him?
Yeah.
Right?
Do you know him?
Do you know him? What do you know about him? Well, I think you should probably get to know him, and then you can gather the information to make a right choice.
Yeah.
They don't. We lead with our hearts and oh my God, I just have to have someone.
Yeah.
And people come into the year like 2023. I've seen so much posts. Oh, this is the year I'm gonna find my husband. How do you know that? This is the year. This is my last year single. You said that in 2020. You said it in 2019. You said it in 2017, and you're still single. Not to be wrong or say something, but you need to understand that every year don't gotta be a year. Just say, you know what? If love finds me this year, so be it. But I'm gonna work on me, and I'm gonna be the best person that I can. And then if I can attract the right person, then that's good. I'm gonna date a couple people and see who's right for me. If they're right for me, then so be it. If not, then I'm gonna keep living my life on my terms. But I ain't gonna rush into a relationship with someone who's not right.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so if someone walks up to you now, they just call you that, hey, Keyshawn Scott, I heard you're the breakup expert, world renowned breakup expert. I just got a breakup. Doctor, fix me. What do I do? What do you do? Somebody just calls you right now and said, I have a breakup. This February 25th to the 9th, I just discovered that my fiancé or my boyfriend has another girlfriend, or my fiancé has another fiance or something, you know. What am I going to do?
First of all, I'll send you the link first to tell you to pay the before I even talk to you. You know, but there's an intakes form for that. Right, because a lot of people go through breakups, and then I'm not saying that you waste your time with people, but a lot of people think that it's over in the relationship, and then I've seen clients before, and you having a baby the next month, right? You back into a relationship with him. Oh, you've been missing for a couple of sessions. What's going on? Oh no, we back together. But you just told me he just beat you. You had to call a cop. No, it was an accident. How was that an accident? Right, and so you really have to ask people. I always ask people, are you sure this is what you want? And then I start to ask them, identify the areas in your life where it hurts, right? Or what are 3 things that you're struggling with right now from healing? You know, or even asking them, why did it happen in the first place? Where did it go wrong? How long have you been dating? How did you guys meet? Right? Do you have any, you have to ask really good questions to get answers, because what I realize about this profession is people lie all the time. And I value honesty, because we can't help you if you're not honest. Right? So I'll find out things, why didn't you tell me this before? I didn't want to let you know that this is that. Or you tell them that they have to do homework, right? And you're doing some work. And I'm like, oh no, he came over today. So what happened? Oh, he stayed over like about the weekend. He said, but we ain't doing nothing. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Right. But, you know, honestly, somebody's going through a breakup. I want to know if it's something that they understand that this is not an immediate process. You're not going to get over the person in like a month, a week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. You know, don't come, because people think that this is a quick process, a quick fix. Like a quick process is not a quick process. You're going to hurt, right? You're going to go through some pain. And the thing about how I help people is I don't even help you get over the breakup, because sometimes it's not even a breakup. Sometimes it's trauma that you had in your past. Maybe it's a friendship, a problem with your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother. And there's times when I coach clients and we just stop talking about their ex and we start talking about a brother and we start talking about a mother. And then we just stop talking about the ex. But then they heal from the ex because we went back in the past to talk about the mom and the dad. And that's where the abandonment issue started. That's why you're fighting for someone that don't love you. That's why you're chasing people who don't even love you, right? So you have to go back in the past and ask the right questions to get the right answers, because people think it's, a breakup, and it's the disappointment and the pain and the no's and the hurts and your mom. It's all of that, right? And the last thing that I'm gonna say about that is that people need to understand that a lot of people are healing. You can stop a lot of things from healing from healing children, because when you go through your first breakup, right? Say you go to your first breakup when you're like 13, right? Who's giving you advice? 13-year-olds. You're going to sit down with your friend, drink some chocolate milk, and eat some McDonald's, and be like, yeah, I'm going through a breakup. Yeah, don't worry about her, bro. Let's go and get another one. I heard Samantha down the block like you too. So that's what you do. When you're like 13, 14, 15, you keep jumping from women to women. Yeah. You should go from men to men, men and women, girls and boys. That's what they do. Nobody is learned to let me process this. Like what went wrong? No. But if you teach that from an early age, less people will see therapists. Yes. In the future, yes, if you handle it today, because you're 17, 18 with your boys, right? 21, 22, and you're handling heartbreak, what you gonna do? Drink. Yeah. You're gonna go to the bar, you're gonna find somebody else, I gotta get over her, and you get over her by finding somebody else, and then you're repeating the cycle, and you get the other person pregnant, then you just, it's messy. Yeah. So you have to understand that a lot of the pain that you're going through is because you couldn't heal from the past, and now you think that everybody leaves you. Yeah. Nobody likes you. Yeah. Everybody, they hate you. Yeah. This person left you in ninth grade. This person left you in 12th grade. In college, this girl cheated on you.
That's what we usually say, that you're punishing your next because of the crimes of your ex.
Yes, you're punishing
your next because of the crimes of the ex. Yeah. But talk a bit more about that love on the rebound that you mentioned now. So because even a lot of adults still do that. Yeah. You know, get a breakup, they have to just look for that person to help me deal with this pain. You know, I have to quickly date somebody else. Talk a bit about that.
It's like medicine. You know, it's like medicine. It's like when somebody say, "Oh, I felt like, Mom, I fell down. Go put some ice on it." Right? Yeah, so I said, but it's deeper than that. You probably got something broken in it that needs to be fixed before you can apply some, medicine. So what I tell people is that you can't just be broken and hurt and go find somebody else as your little medicine, a little, I had a word for it too in my mind. I just lost it. But look, like a quick fix, because you don't want to feel alone, right? Because a breakup, you got to understand, when someone breaks up with you, right, the way your mind processes it, it's that this person no longer loves me. We start telling ourselves a bunch of stuff. Yeah. This person left me, they don't love me, or they found somebody else. Yes. Am I not cute enough? Am I not handsome enough? Yeah. Am I not good enough? What's wrong with me? Why am I not good enough? Yes. You know what? My mom always told me I wasn't good enough. Maybe it's because of her. I'm gonna go back to my mom and ask her that. You see how one breakup, one pain trickles in all the other things in your life, right? So the thing about it is that breakups, I love breakups. People will say, how? I love it.
How do you love breakups?
I love it because it teaches you so much. Wow. I would have never been the man I am today if I didn't go through that breakup. I would have been the same boy chasing after women, doing all of this, doing all of that, pretending to be a man. And I told people, through my healing process, I realized that I was operating as a boy my whole entire life. It's not until I had to heal from pain, go to God, and say, you know what, God, I cannot deal with this no more. This is too much. And then I have to learn that, Keyshawn, in order to get a house, a family, you trying to have a daughter, you got to become a different person. This ain't you can't be this person no more. You got to wash away.
So you actually have male clients?
Yeah. Oh, I had a few. I had one recently about a couple of weeks ago. Like a couple of weeks ago, he was going through some breakup, heartbreak, sent him the homework. He ain't completed though, and I had to chase him for the homework, but I really wanted to complete it because by answering those questions and really sitting down, because I've done that. The workbook that I have, all those questions was questions that I created 10, 12, 14 years ago.
In Christ, I hope you're enjoying this message by the man of God, Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo. Arena of Love, together with you, wants to build a bigger community by reaching to us on all our social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and also YouTube. Growing together a healthy relationship in Christ. And that is the core mandate of Arena of Love, hosting the man of God, Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo. Let's continue on watching the message.
Because I was writing them questions down, and then those same questions, I went back to it, and I have a bin of books that I've been writing for years. Some of the content that I create today is from conversations I had with myself years ago. And I'm writing, and I'm like, oh, that's good, but with the knowledge I know now, I can add to it. You know, and that's why journaling is so important.
Yeah.
Because I still have my journal of, you know, painful stuff I used to write. Bible, when I used to write down certain things on my, you know how your Bible looking messy with a bunch of notes. I have all of that. And then I'm like, wow, look how far.
So technically, you can say that women. So is it that women are the ones that feel the brunt of a breakup because you have more female clients? Definitely.
Yeah.
So why is it so? Or is it that men are just not opening up, or you know, because is it that it's just men that are breaking up with women?
Yeah.
You know, tell me why does it seem so?
I would say that women want to heal because they want to be better. They just want to overall just be better, right? They know that they can't stay like that, and they will fight for that healing.
Yeah.
Most would. They're going to fight for that healing because number one, they want to show you that they could do better.
I have a way I say it. I say that if you tell a woman she's not good enough, she will do her best to prove you wrong. Yeah. If you tell a man he's not good enough, he will do his best to prove you right.
That's true. That's true. Because he would. Because women, don't ever tell a woman, I could do better than you. She gonna say, what?
She's competitive. She's gonna say,
watch this.
Get better.
Right? You're gonna see her with her looking good, feeling good, and before you know, she's gonna be healed. Emotionally, she's gonna work on herself. Right? And for men now, it's harder because you're not, the friends that you have around you too is gonna, if you don't have some really good friends around you, they're gonna drag you down. I say this with married people too. Like a lot of these married men with single friends, and you think you can do single stuff, you won't get in trouble by your wife. You get in trouble, you know. I remember I had times when I used to do stuff with my single friends. I'm like, where you at? On with them, but they single. Let them be gonna. I'm gonna come home. What you want to do? Wipe the baby? I'm coming. But what happened is that you have to really want to heal as a man. For men, you gotta want it for yourself. See, a woman, she'll want it for herself, but then she'll want it for herself, but then she'll always want it just so she can know that she's healed from you. There's some power in knowing that I got over this man who tried to take everything from me. He told me, lower my self-esteem. He put me down. He mentally, physically, emotionally abused me. I got something to prove here. But when a man heals, he knows that, hey, I messed up. I need to heal because I can't continue like this. Every relationship that I get into, I'm going to hurt, stain, and it's gonna kill everything around me if I don't heal. So when a man comes to healing, he wants to do it for himself. Women too, but when a man really wants to heal, he knows that, listen, this is too much. Because one more thing, a lot of men who did come to heal, I realized that they all mentioned suicide.
Wow.
That's the main thing.
Wow.
That's the main thing with these last couple of clients. And when I wrote that down, I realized you can't deal. Women, they're like, I'm even if they think it or whatever it is, they don't. But men, it's like, I don't know how, man. She don't answer my calls no more. She don't answer like what's going on. I can't live like this, man. Like I was having thoughts. I can't live. I'm like, wow, you know, like it hurts. But how long you was going through this? A year. So it took you a whole year to really. So
we have to talk to more men to seek help.
Yeah.
To be open, to be vulnerable with their pain. Yeah. So I think
all men's conference.
Yes.
Man up manual.
Yes.
Man up manual conference.
Yeah, we have to get all men. So Kishon, can someone actually go back to their ex? As in, can a past relationship, be revitalized and you guys now come back together and it's actually better? Is that a possibility?
Yes, that is a possibility. And I always tell people, it goes back to like the closure part, right? You have to heal. You need some time apart
first,
right? You need some time apart, and you can't come back the same way you left and the same way you both were. You have to come back healed. And if you guys both decide that you want to have a relationship together again, you have to talk about what went wrong in the first place in that last relationship, and make some real good decisions in this new one. But I won't even start off with a relationship. I will just start talking for a few months. Just start dating again. Because it's just, you have to, I know a lot of people who got divorced and come back and now they're dating again. It's like a brand new stage. So you can't just, people always, let's pick up where we left off. No. Don't ever pick up where you left off. Don't ever pick up what you left off. Go back and start over again. Create something brand new. Create new love, new memories. Because if you pick up where you start off, then you have these old memories and you start relying on them, right? And then you have to talk to yourself, both people. You can't bring up what happened in the last relationship. You can't say things like, see, you didn't change. You're just the same person. You can't. You have to give them grace to make those mistakes, but to also learn from them, to keep going. Because if I'm trying to change, right, and this is one thing I really don't like, is that when somebody's trying to change and they make one little mistake within like a day or a couple of weeks, and then they're like, oh, I told you you're not changed, you got to go. But I need you to offer me some kind of grace. Give me some kind of extension, you know, in order for me to really prove to myself, not to you, to myself that I can do better, right? And you have to, and it could work again, if you know that you're not going into a relationship for this person, right? You know that this person complements your life. And you have to go into this relationship knowing that if this doesn't work, I don't go back and heal. I go back and live. Because you can't, because think about you healed from this person before, and now you got to heal again. No. And it goes back to the freedom part, right? And I love that freedom part so much, because when you give people the freedom, right? Like you said with your wife, when you said, if this doesn't work, and you feel as if I think that's the strongest, most considerate thing, loving thing that you can tell somebody. If this doesn't work, it's okay. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna shed some tears. But if I can avoid a decade of pain, for a couple of months, know that, then I'll do that. But people, they'll deal with the decade of pain.
We say this way in Nigeria that a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage.
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start saying, when I'm in America, I'm gonna start saying, you know what they say in Nigeria? They say broken relationship. I'm gonna start saying, I'm gonna just switch it.
Oh wow, definitely. That's phenomenal. So one more thing before we move to I have two more questions before we move to the end. Are there ways to tell if a breakup is imminent?
Absolutely. Because the thing about it is everybody wants to fall in love with these big googly eyes, and they miss every single detail, right? You can't do that. You have to know when you're not being treated right. You have to know when someone just is not giving you what you want. You have to know when you're begging someone for love, attention, or affection. You have to know when this person is making me feel. Because when someone makes you feel as if you're hard to love, that's a problem. Right? It's like I'm trying to love you, but you're making it feel like it's hard. Like I don't know how to please you. Right? We can't be together. That's where it goes back to, like your statement is for every single thing. Is this because we go just move on? You know, a lot of people, what I realize is that they endure pain because, and I know if I say this right here, you're going to pitch in. I know you are. They try to change the person, right? They feel as if they want to change the person, and that's what people are. They want to be fix-it. I can fix him. I can fix her. I know I could. I'm a good person. I'm an influential person, right? If I show them that I can cook, if I cook that good curry, if I cook that good rice, if I keep, you know, if I let him go out with his friends a little bit longer, if I don't text him all the time at work, if he goes out and I don't check up on, maybe he can love me. He can extend the same grace and love that I'm giving to him. No, what people are going to do, they're going to take advantage of you. Right? So what you have to do is understand that you cannot change people. When you get into the habit of trying to change him or her so you can be happy, or you think you can love them into loving you, that's when you know that it's not right.
Yes, that the breakup is
the breakup is coming. It's coming. It's creeping up there.
Wow. And I find those people that do ghosting very interesting though. Because they just don't want to deal with the drama.
I'm done. But you got to be a stone cold person
to ghost someone.
To just not. You've been talking to someone for like a year, and then you're going block them. You have a new Instagram page. You have a new name. You put up a different avatar.
That's phenomenal.
And then
that's phenomenal.
Houdini.
Okay, so the last thing before we do the end. So what if you're the person that caused a breakup? So let's say you're a guy or a girl, you cheated on your partner and they broke up with you, or you lied, or you did something that caused the breakup. What can you do? What should you do?
I love those kind of clients and those kind of people, because those kind of clients and those kind of people really want change, because they see a problem and they identify a problem with themselves. And that's the first step, is identifying and acknowledging that I have a problem, right? It's like addicts. You know, they have to say, listen, I have a problem and I need to go and seek help. Because a lot of times addicts will have other people advocating for themselves. But an addict who really wants to heal they advocate for themselves. And that's when they say, you know what, I gotta go. And they look at it and they whatever it may be, addicted to anything, and they say, you know what, I can't. I need to heal because I have a strong enough why. Yeah. You know, and the people who heal have a strong enough why. You cannot heal if you don't have a strong enough why. Why do you want to heal? It's because of your children. It's because of your family, right? Is it because of you? Do you come to that breaking point? And I believe everybody has a breaking point. And that's why I went through my breaking point years ago. And my breaking point was like, I'm a boy. I can't do this no more. You say you want a family, but you operate as a boy. You said you want love, but you can't even communicate. You said you want to get married, man, but you can't even love a woman correctly, right? You said you want this, but you can't even speak to a woman correctly, right? You can't even carry yourself. You carry yourself like a boy, Keyshawn. And in order for you to become a man, you got to get to that breaking point where you are refuse to accept that behavior and you are willing to change for yourself. Because when you change for yourself, it doesn't matter what breakup you go through, you know how to get back to you. A lot of people, they don't work on themselves, so they don't know how to get back to themselves after a little bit of pain. People who go through breakups, they know how to bounce back. They know how to bounce back, right? Like, God forbid, if I was to get through a divorce right now, I would know how to bounce back a little bit. Of course, it will be painful. It will be hurtful, but at least I have a little bit of foundation. Sure. I have you as a support, right? I can come to Nigeria, spend a little time here, right? Have a good time, but also learn or fellowship or do something that can help me get back to a stronger person and then move forward.
So should they try to get the person that they hurt back?
No, absolutely not. No. You should, if you cheated on someone, you hurt someone, doesn't matter. It could be cheating, it could be verbal, mental, whatever abuse. Anything. It could be anything, right? When you're healing and you know there's something wrong, it's for you. This is your transitional time. This is your new season. This is your time for you to start working on yourself. If that person comes back, it's because they see something in you. You don't go there chasing that person back.
You work on yourself enough to be attractive again. To be
attractive again. Because the person who you broke, they see you as the same. They don't see you. You didn't change.
Yes.
To that person, you did not change. You are the same person. Let me tell you something. I had a client, right? And for some reason, I'm trying to remember the story. For some reason, I got it now. A guy, he was a relationship coach, right? He stopped being, I don't know if he did a live with him. I'm not sure, but we're going to talk about it after. But he was a relationship coach, right? And he did a live with me. His ex-wife DM'd me and said, that man is a fraud. He was abusive. He was this, he was that. Wow. And in my mind, this man probably, so I asked, how long was it? So like 5-6 years ago. That man probably changed his life, right? And then he gave his life to Christ. I seen, he got baptized a couple of years. And I was scrolling on his pages to see how current things were, but I could see the transition of where, I don't know if he changed. I don't know. I ain't God. I don't know. Yeah. But what I can see is I can see little clues of transitioning. But what I'm saying is that sometimes it doesn't matter what you do. That person is going to see you the exact same way as the person they left. You broke me, you hurt me, you are that evil person. I don't care if you change.
And I'm sure the person too maybe has not gone through proper healing.
No.
So they're still stuck in that relationship.
Yeah. But even when you go through the healing, they have to forgive them.
Yes, they have to let it go.
They have to say, you know what, you hurt me. I don't condone it, because people need to understand forgiveness isn't condoning the behavior. Yes. Forgiveness is only releasing the pain that you have and not having to have bondage over your everyday activities, your emotions in your life.
You're taking the right to control your future.
Yeah.
If that person has hurt your past, you're saying, I'm not going to give you the right to hurt my future.
I like that one. Yeah.
So that's what forgiveness is about.
Yeah.
So it's a gift to yourself.
Yeah.
It's not really a gift to the person that hurt you.
It's a gift to yourself. And people hate the forgiveness part.
Yeah.
They can't even get taught. That's like the first step. When I told them, that's the first step. What do I do? Even write a forgiveness letter to you. I can't do that.
You have to. So when you hurt someone or break someone, you shouldn't focus on going back to grovel and beg and get them back. That should not be your
Never beg someone to go back. Because once you beg them to go back, they got you. They have you locked in, because they know that you have low self-esteem. They know that you don't love yourself. Someone who's going to beg someone.
No, but you hurt them. I'm talking about
if you hurt them?
Yeah, in case where you hurt them.
No. You don't beg for them. I don't. No. Because if you begging for them back, that means the only reason you healed was for them. So now if they're out the picture, you're going to go back to your regular ways.
Yes, okay.
So you have to heal for yourself.
Heal for yourself and be attractive again.
Yeah, be attractive again.
Heal to the point that they can actually see.
Yeah.
That something has happened in this guy or this girl. And,
wow. But if it's a physical thing, we can't help you with that. If she left, if you did something wrong and she said she don't want you because of the looks, we can't do the internal emotional things. Yeah. So that can't work.
So, but let me say this. There's something you normally say in one of your videos that, you know, maybe the hurt or heartbreak was not your fault, but the healing is your responsibility. Let's talk a bit about. You always say that in your videos. Man,
a lot of people hate that. Oh man, I had a person who commented on that, and I'm like, "What you talking about?" They get so upset when they hear the truth. But it's the truth, because what are you gonna do? Say, "Hey, I'm gonna heal." What you gonna do? You gonna go up to your ex and say, "Hey, I'm about to heal. We got to do this together." You can't. You got to get out of here. I broke your heart. I'm good. You're gonna handle your pain. You have to heal for you. It's not for them. This is not a coexisting journey where it's two people, you're taking them. You marry into love. You don't marry into heartbreak. Right? You can't marry into heartbreak. People think that they can just hold hands and go through this heartbreak together. You cannot do that. Right? And I've heard of therapists doing breakup therapy with the ex, and I don't know how successful that is. But I asked her, but she never responded. She left me on scene. But I was genuinely asking because I want to know, how does this work? People who break up, they come to therapy for about 6 months to break up, right? So I'm like,
it doesn't just sound.
Why can't they just break up? And then, you know? So, but what happened is, you know, you got to do it for you. It's your journey, right? And I always tell people this: at the end of the day, right? If your ex is gone, they pass away, right? Unfortunately, whatever happens, and like you still have to keep living. That's why that phrase, "I can't live without you," is so detrimental, right? It's detrimental, and people need to understand that, right? Because what you have to understand is that you are on a journey for yourself, you and God, right? Your ex can't mend you, they can't heal you, they can't put you back together.
Yeah, it's what you normally say, that the person that hurt you can't heal you.
They can't heal you. They can't, because you're just going to keep hurting yourself, and that's what people try to do. They try to find. I can't say the C word because people hate the C word, right? They hate the C word. The closure word.
Yeah, closure. I'm going to
screenshot the post and send it to you. A woman was arguing. I don't go back and forth. I just press a like and I say thank you. That's it. But she wrote a whole paragraph on my page and somebody else's page who reposted it and said, "What you talking about closure? I need it because this person did this." And I'm like, if you feel like you need it, I'm not going to take that away from you. Go and ask. But you have to ask yourself, the same way you ask yourself, why do I need to get into this relationship? You have to ask yourself, why do I need closure? And if I do get this closure, what's the next step? Are you going to be okay with the closure and say, well, you know, we can work it out, right? Or you're trying to fight for the relationship? Because 90% of closures, you're trying to figure out what happened. Maybe I can fix it. Maybe I can do something. But that's not what it is. Healing is for you. It's for you. It's your responsibility. You have to heal. It is your life. When you pass away, they don't pass away right next to you. You know, it's not a two-deal thing. You know, it's one. So you have to be responsible for yourself and you and your heart.
Yeah, and you know, talking about this closure thing again, there's something I always normally say, you know, most times nobody breaks up with you at the spur of the moment. I think people that didn't break up need to know this. Because they want to go back and beg, they want to go back and say, let's work on it. The day you found out about the breakup wasn't the day you broke up. So that's very important. Nobody breaks up with you at the spur of the moment. So they've actually broken up with you months before that time. They have gone through the processing of detaching from you. So emotionally, they're already detached. Some of them are already talking to someone else. They already have plans. So they've processed, they've gone through healing from you. And you guys are in a relationship, but they've already detached. They're just waiting for the right time.
And that's the truth. A lot of women do that too. Women will tell you, they beg, listen, I need you to do this. I need you to communicate better. I need you. Hey, could you come home? Hey, I need you to talk better. I need you. Hey, I need you. The words that you're using is hurting me. Could you stop? I need you. And then you're like, all right. So she keep talking to you. She fought, and then you start seeing her distance. Oh, why are you so distant now? Because you've been hurting. I've been telling you and talking to you, right? And now I've been talking to you for like 6 months now. I didn't leave you on January 1st. I left you in November.
You just found out.
You just found out in January. Right? It's like the job who's hiring for your position.
You
still working.
Literally. Exactly.
It's like, oh no, you were fired 3 months ago. For your position. There you go. But it's the same process. I've been interviewing people for like 3-6 months. You got the fire notice now.
I tell people, so that's why that closure thing is important. Don't be bent on it. Don't be fixated on it, because sometimes that person's already gone. So you're going there to ask them, oh, what happened and all that. It's just you being dramatic. In fact, sometimes they're even expecting you to come and do that drama. Sometimes their friends already know that they've broken up with you, You know, so they're all asking, how did she take it? How did he take it? So if that happens, I tell people, you know, tell the person, look, thank you for letting me know. You know, leave. That's not the place to cry. I tell people, don't cry there. No. Don't cry there. Don't give that person the luxury of seeing you break down. Yeah. That person doesn't deserve that. Yeah. You know, so leave that place, go to somewhere you are really loved. Yeah. If you have friends, good friends, family, and do your crying there. Yeah. And like I said here, take off your wig then. Sit on the floor and cry with your friends if you want to cry. But don't cry in front of that guy. Don't cry in front of that. Don't give that person the pleasure. Remember, that person is no more emotionally connected with you. Yeah. They've left. Yeah. They've left. They're just physically there. That's why the Bible says God will never leave us nor forsake us, because those are two stages. Yeah. There's a physical living and there's a forsaking. Yeah. Somebody might not be with you physically. Yeah. You know, but they are with you. So your daughter is back in Jersey and you're here in Nigeria, but you've already had a video call with her today, and she's in your heart right now. Yeah. So you're not physically with her. You've left her physically, but you've not forsaken her. Yeah. So there are two stages. So there are some people that are still with you physically, but they've already forsaken you. Yeah, that's true. They've disconnected with you. Yeah. So they're just waiting for the right time. And sometimes the slightest thing, you know, maybe you didn't come out the right time, you were late for something, you didn't meet, just one flimsy thing, they will say, it's over. Yeah. I can't do this anymore. And you will think it's this issue. Yeah. That's why keep pressing them, oh, what happened? Many people will not even tell you the real reason. Some people are honest enough to tell you, but most people will not even bother because they feel that would be drama. If I tell you, the reason I don't want to go ahead is I don't feel we're connected. Because the next thing you're going to say is, let's work on the connection. I don't want that drama. Yeah. The person has left long ago. Yeah. They didn't leave that day. No. So you must never beg someone to love you. Yeah. And you must never beg someone to love you. That's really good, because I was thinking about it and I realized when you find closure, right? And the person tells you, where's the connection? You're really going to start over again, knowing that you had to heal from this person and now you have to fight for closure. So they broke up with you. Then you asked them for closure. They gave you closure. You met with them. And then after that, you say, okay, let's work on it again. Like, what are you expecting from closure? Because if you go back, you think it's going to be all good. No, the person, I told you I didn't want you to be here, but you force yourself back, right? So now you're the desperate one, because you're like, well, I invested, and I get it, because you invest 3 years of your time. I get it, and sometimes you need an explanation, right? I don't think we should call it closure. I think you guys should know already why it didn't work. In the relationship, you should know. Because if you have to find closure, which means you didn't know. Yeah. If you have ghosted is closure. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Ghosted is closure. Because I want to know, where did you go? You was here 1 minute, you gone. How did you ghost me? Just like that. And then you went back. Well, what happened? Right? Because it's like I really honestly want to know, because you could get sick. Some of you're probably battling with something that you don't want to let me know about. But it's just difficult. Okay. But definitely healing's for you. Nobody else can help you. I want you to speak to someone watching right now that just went through a breakup and is feeling like, you know, this is the end of the world. It's feeling like I won't find love again. Yeah. It's feeling like, you know, where am I going to go from here? Just speak to that person. Don't focus on finding love again. Don't focus on relationships. Don't focus on situationships, rebounds. Don't focus on another person. Focus on yourself. The first step is learning how to acknowledge the pain, and knowing that you have to go through some pain, knowing that you have to go through some hurt, and knowing that you have to forgive yourself and the person who hurt you. Not immediately, but definitely. And you have to learn how to love yourself again, because what you're in is you have to rewire your brain. You have to repair. You have to learn how to heal, how to really focus on love again. So what you need to do, the first step right now, is to say, you know what? Admit that you're broken. A lot of people live in denial, right? And there's so much stages of grief, but one of them is denial. You want to deny the fact that you have to go through some kind of process. You want to deny the fact that this is not real. It's real. They left you. They broke your heart. They don't love you anymore. They don't care about you anymore. And this is not to sound mean, but this is to tell you the truth. They don't love you. They're not caring about you. They broke up with you. They were someone else. They betrayed you. They cheated on you. They lied. They disrespected you. They abused you emotionally, mentally, or physically. Whatever they did, that's not for you anymore. But what's for you is you. Your heart is still beating, which means you still have a chance. And once you're still here, you still have time, and you still could turn your pain into purpose, and you still can do something magnificent and amazing with your life. But it's all up to you. All we can do on here right now is to give you the tools, give you the faith, give you the courage, right? Give you the encouragement and motivation and confidence to go out and heal.
but you have to do the real work.
Yeah.
Right? And if you don't do it, then you repeat pain every single day of your life until your last day.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't give up. That's what we're saying. Don't give up. If people like Kishon went through a heartbreak, and today he has not just found love again, he has also found himself again. Yeah. He has also found purpose again. So if it can happen for him, it can happen for you. This is not the end of the world. This is not the end of your journey. It's not the end of your story. It's not the end, it's a bend. All right. So you're gonna come out of this better than you ever went into it. You're gonna find love again. You're gonna heal. Yeah. Kishon, it's possible to heal, right? Yeah. No matter what you've been 100%. Through, it's possible to heal. You just have to realize that the person that hurt you can't heal you. Yeah. That the hurt might not be your fault, but the healing is your responsibility, and you're going to start to go from there. We pray for you that you're going to heal. You're going to get over your past. You're going to get over your ex, and God will bless you the way He has blessed so many people. And Kishon is a good example. And we are praying that you will not just even find love again. You will find yourself, and you will find purpose. God will help you turn your pain into purpose, and that's our prayer for you. This is not the end of your journey. I need you to write it down. I need you to tell yourself it's not the end of your journey. I want to advise you, if you need to talk to a professional, you can reach Kishon, you can reach our team, or any other good professional that can help you process what you're going through. You will make it through. This is not the end of your journey. I'm already happy for you. And we have loads and loads of testimonials, loads and loads of people that have come through things like this and have shared their story, how they found love again. And your own will definitely be one of those stories. That's true. God bless you. Thank you for watching. It's good to have my good friend all the way from the United States here, Kishon Scott.
I'm here in the motherland.
Thank you. Thank you for
coming.
Welcome. Good to see you. Well done. Thank you, guys. Don't forget, super chat, like, subscribe, support what we do. See you in the next video. All right. So if you're out there watching, going through a heartbreak or trauma or pain, I want to recommend our courses. We have a Heal Before You Deal course, and we also have a book titled Heal Before You Deal. So we're in the course and in the book, we'll help you process your pain, help you process that breakup, and heal, so that you can find yourself, find purpose, find God, and then find love again. All right. So you'll see our website. Our books are available on Amazon. Take advantage of it, and it will be a blessing. And Kishon also has some products. So tell them about your products.
So I have a book available: The Mouse, the Bird, the Dog, and the Lion. 3 Men to Avoid and 1 to Marry. I also have courses as well: how to get over a heartbreak and how to build self-esteem again, so you can get back to loving yourself this whole entire year and every other year as well. So there's so much resources for you to go heal, become a better person, love yourself again, and turn your pain into purpose, and also bless the people around you.
Yeah, do you have a website? Where would they get this thing?
You can get all these on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and also on my website, www.kishonscott.com.
Our own website is www.ldmwithpk.org. All right? So, God bless.
I hope you have been blessed by the teachings of the man of God, Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo and Mildred Okonkwo. Don't forget to subscribe, click on the notification, and also, once again, make sure you share to others for them to be blessed, and for them to also join the Arena of Love community by joining this WhatsApp platform 5+233 054 7294 322. Encouraging, building a healthy relationship together as a family. God bless you.